Okay, so so you working with the mission president for how long?
For 6 months, I was with him.
Okay, okay.
So we did a lot of meetings, conducted a lot of meetings. There's training like new leaders, new trainers, new missionaries. And so you just have to stand up in front and teach everybody kind of how to be a missionary.
So basically, he was the top dog.
Okay. And what do you think got you there? Like, what happened? Did you apply for that position? Did you have to apply, or did somebody say, Jarman?
Yep, so he just kind of picked me. And so from when I left here the first time, I went to go be what's called a district leader. And that was only I managed 3 missionaries and helped oversee their well-being and everything like that. And then after that, I was made what's called a zone leader. And so I was in charge of 20 missionaries. And then I was in charge of 28 missionaries. And then he just called me and said I felt inspired to bring you in to be an assistant, which means then I was training 200 missionaries.
What did that bring out of you? Like, who are you? Who are you since that? Like, what did that bring out of you?
I realized that I can actually talk in front of people. I mean, it wasn't easy at first, but I've found that God has blessed me with the ability to teach and to be able to portray the things that I have learned. And so I don't necessarily enjoy standing in front of large groups of people in the stage, the microphone and everything like that. I don't necessarily enjoy that. It's not easy, but I realized that I've been given the ability to share what I've learned, and so that gave me the opportunity to try it and figure out that, I can actually do this and teach in front of people, and it's fine.
What was the biggest challenge you had with that position? Some stuff you had to learn about yourself or about your personality or about your give me something.
I think the hardest part for me, so there's only 2 in the mission who are the assistants at the time, and then they kind of rotate in and out every 4 to 6 months. And so the one that was there before me, he was there for 7.5 months. And so I guess I was kind of comparing myself to the previous assistant and my companion who I was with, and kind of just seeing who I needed to become. But then once I realized that I didn't need to change anything about myself, that I was there for a reason. Obviously, we can all get better and we can all improve things about ourselves. But I was put there for a reason, for my gifts and my talents. And so I wanted to display what I had and just trust that I didn't need to be somebody else. I just needed to be myself.
Do you know yourself now, or do you feel like you're still putting on the missionary thing, because you haven't gone back home yet? So
it'll be interesting to see. I think I do know. I think I'm not going to let this side of me disappear. I'm going to stay outgoing and try and be friendly with everybody and build connections and have conversations with people in individual ways and just be able to be involved and not just kind of be off to the side. Because when I was in high school, that's kind of how it was, where I was just I was off to the side, in the back, just kind of the kid in the back of the class. And so now I feel like I can be involved with each person and have a friendship with everyone.
Interesting. What were the top 3 things you got from being here in Chicago, or being in this whole, give me the top 3 things in this whole experience?
3?
What's if you can talk to your future self or whatever from this point to say, man, I did this, don't forget that.
Well, number 1, the most important thing that I've learned out here is how Jesus Christ affects me personally. And so obviously I was able to bring that to other people as well and see how it impacted them, but most of all it impacted me. And so there's a saying that's the most important convert, or the most important person you help teach is yourself on your mission. And so being able to know who Jesus Christ is for me and myself, how I can turn to Him when I'm in need, when I'm not in need, when I'm doing good, just always turning to Him and finding strength through Him, I think is the number 1 thing I've learned, is that Jesus Christ is the only way to true lasting happiness, because out here it's a different kind of happiness, a different kind of joy. And that's because it's all centered around Jesus Christ, and we put His name on our chest every single day. And so everything is around Him. And so I think that obviously after I go home, it's not going to be this all day, every day. But as long as I make sure Jesus Christ is my foundation, then I can have that same type of happiness and joy. So I think that's the first thing I've learned. The second thing, I think I've also learned how to help other people like see within themselves who they can become and who they are. Being able to try and like build someone up and just like talk to them about, you see what you did today? Like you can do that every day, and you can do all these things on your own. And I think just being able to like really build someone up and help them feel loved and feel appreciated, but also feel of their desire and like their ability to do things is something I've really learned. That's something I learned from the mission president. Is when he first came in, he moved here like a year ago, and he first was like, we're not going to criticize anything. It's all just going to be about pointing out what people do well. We're going to only point that out. And that worked really well for a lot of missionaries, to see them latch hold onto that and then build off of that. So that's number 2. 3. You said the 3 things I've learned the most?
Whatever comes to your heart.
Well, I'll say the third thing I'm most grateful for is the friendships that I've built out here. People like you, people I've helped teach, companions like him, who I'll be friends with forever. But it's just like very unique relationships have been built out here. People I never would have met, people I never would have interacted with. And it's just people of all different backgrounds. I mean,